Hello my friends and welcome to Would You Rather. So these games have been going around the internet lately, Would You Rather and Will You Press the Button. I will be doing both of those games and I wanted to have my take on it because it's been done enough by other people that I think it's finally okay for me to do with like people going, "You're copying people." So I'm going to start with Would You Rather, and the first one is an interesting one. Would you rather be allergic to babies or be allergic to elderly people? Now, I'm going to try and explain myself well here, and I think this is also a good idea, because then it gets you guys involved as well. You guys can say which you would rather go with as well, and I think I would rather be allergic to babies, and that's because, I mean, you could say the same thing about old people, and don't get offended by this, it's just, I mean, it's just the kind of stigma behind it, but babies tend to smell, and they kind of shit themselves, and I would rather be allergic to babies, because they also cry a lot, and that is just annoying, especially in customer service, where I work. Not to say that I don't like babies, babies are absolutely fine, and I hope to have my own children one day, maybe, I don't fucking know, but I think I'd rather be allergic to babies than elderly people, because elderly people can be some of the sweetest people ever. And I know that babies can be cute and adorable, but at the same time, I'm picking babies. Why would you rather be allergic to old people? Old people have the best stories, and then they talk like this, and then they're just like, "Who are you?" Yes. Anyway, moving on. Would you rather live in a foreign city and not know the language, or live on an island alone? Well, I mean, just because I live in a foreign city and don't know the language doesn't mean they don't know my language. I've been to Turkey, and my friend lives in Spain at the moment, and although he could speak Spanish, you could live there without knowing it, really, because people do speak English in these countries because of tourism, so it's not even that bad. And there's a comment down here below that even says, it clearly says you would never be able to learn the language. What? No, it doesn't. It says it and not know the language. It doesn't say that you can't learn it. So I could learn the language, and I also have a good bet that where I live ends up being somewhere that people speak English anyway for tourism's sake, so it'd be fine. So I've been to Paris and it was fine. I've been to Germany and it was fine. I've been to Turkey, I've been to Cyprus, everything was fine. And I've been to Spain multiple times, so it's fine. And I don't mind living alone, but on an island alone, the internet would be terrible. I'm going for foreign city. You see, people fucking get me there. Would you rather have your current pet live as long as you do, or bring a past pet back to life? Oh, fucking digging deep there, aren't you, game? What is this, Mitomo? Fucking, right, so my current pet, she's actually down here right now. Sybil, hello! She's just like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, like, she is awesome. And she's not going to live forever, obviously. But, and like, I've actually ran through the scenario in my head, like, would I take it well now that I've had another dog in my past pass away? Probably not. I'll probably still be a fucking wreck. But I don't know. Like, would the past pet get to stay alive until I die, or does it die just eventually, or what? Like, what's the clause here? Oh man, because I think if you could live your whole life with one pet, you'd be so satisfied. And like going out together. I mean, obviously that's not very likely, and you don't really want to like leave your pet, alone once you go. This is fucking grim. I don't know, this is difficult. I think I'd probably rather have my current pet live longer, because like the old one would be probably old and decrepit, and like he wasn't in a good way. Anyway, would you rather have your name known forever for doing something terrible, or never be recognized for accomplishing something wonderful? That is a hard one, because it's like it's kind of like YouTube, isn't it? Because like I work very hard on this, and it's like, I sometimes feel underappreciated, which I've gotten over at this point. There are loads of people, like, not loads, but there's a very select few people that are on the channel that, like, very much appreciate what I do here, and I couldn't be more grateful, so thank you so much, guys. Like, I could name a few, I could name Richard, I could name Joe, I could name Rachel, I could name Sarah, I could name... there's like a few people that like aren't as frequent anymore, like Gummy Davidson and stuff. Like there's a lot of people that like have been with me for a long time. There's Nick, and there's Peanut Butter. Oh my god, there's so many, and just like being able to count them on my hands, it's like, oh, it's so nice. But Yeah, but being known for doing something terrible, what? I'm basically Hitler. I mean, fucking, that's a stupid question. Would you rather marry the person of the opposite sex that can't cook, clean, or work, or marry a person of the same sex that does all the chores and enjoys them? Well, I'm straight, so the opposite sex would be lovely, and I can't cook anyway. I can clean sort of whenever I need to, but I'm not very good at it. In the terms of, like, I sort of put it off until it's really a problem, because I'm a terrible person. And then, I mean, when you say work, do you mean they're just going to be on benefits the whole time? That's not exactly ideal. But then it might make me look like a bad person if I'm like, oh, I'd rather have someone who's a complete waste of life by not doing their part, not doing a job, and not really providing for the family as well. And say, I'd rather have that than a gay, because I am not gay. But at the same time, it comes down to preference, which my preference would be, I'd rather have a lady than a man. And I might be digging myself a hole here, but just look where I'm going here. Just because she doesn't do all these things, she might not be a terrible person, she might be a lovely person, and maybe she's handicapped, or maybe she can't work. That is a possibility. Maybe she can't clean because of her disabilities again, and maybe she can't cook because she's like me and just doesn't want to, or doesn't need to, or has terrible eating habits. Basically, I mean, so long as I love her, I really don't care what she can and can't do, so I'm gonna go with the opposite sex, because that's what I'm into, as well. And I mean, if I was bi, I would definitely go for this option because, I mean, look at that's fucking amazing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, would you rather be incredibly stupid but have the best of luck, or be an incredible genius but have the worst of luck? I think... Well, I mean, like... The world has enough geniuses. That's as simple as I would put that. I can't answer either of these. I don't eat food, pretty much. Would you rather eat a cup of baking soda and then do a shot of vinegar, or eat a pack of Mentos and chug Diet Coke? That one. So many people just want to explode. It has the same result, it just tastes better, according to one of the comments. Would you rather be killed by Jason Friday the 13th or killed by Ghostface to Scream? Ooh. Oh, I don't know enough about horror films to know what Friday the 13th is. That's the guy with the hockey mask and the machete. Ah, man. That's a tough one. Would you rather be macheted or stabbed with a kitchen knife? Ooh. I think I'd rather be killed by Ghostface because as an actual antagonist, he looks the least threatening. And his weapon is smaller. So I could have a fighting chance at least. Oh, that was a close one. Oh no, what the fuck? Would you rather be killed in a Saw movie or in a Final Destination movie? That one for sure. I'm not sawing off my own goddamn leg. Would you rather know when you will die or know how you will die? Both of these are terrible! I don't want to know either! Because if you know how you die but know when, then every time something like if you see that you're gonna die in your sleep, you'll be afraid to sleep. If you see you die in a car crash, you'll be afraid to drive or go in a car ever again. If you think if you're gonna die from sneezing, fucking, I don't know when you, can people die from sneezing? Probably. Know when you will die is I suppose then you could, like, probably push yourself to accomplish things soon. Yeah, that seems like a better option. Whoa! Eat at breakfast of only jelly beans or eat at breakfast of only hot wings? Well, I don't eat hot wings myself. Jelly beans are pretty nice, and I don't really eat breakfast, so I guess that's my option. Well, shit, I have the unpopular opinion there. When you eat macaroni and cheese, would you rather use a fork or use a spoon? You know, I don't eat that. A spoon, maybe? Well, I mean, I guess it's similar to spaghetti. I like forks and spaghetti. Would you rather not be able to stop being serious or not be able to stop joking? See, I saw this one on Markiplier's video and he had a good point, or was it Jack? I don't know. It was either Markiplier or Jack said the guy did this one, and it was the argument of not being able to stop being serious, and people would think you're an old fart who just took everything, like, you really shouldn't be doing that, even if it's, like, hilarious. And then if you're not able to stop joking, then no one's gonna take you seriously. So that's a very hard divide. And I love to make people laugh, so joking seems like the thing I would go for, but at the same time, I'm actually like a very deep person, and I want people to be able to connect with me on an emotional level, which is why I do a lot of vlogs for you guys, and kind of why I'm doing this as well, because then you get an insight into what I'm thinking and what my mind is like. And I guess I'd rather be serious for people to be able to trust me and understand me than always tell a joke. So, I mean, just because you can't stop being serious doesn't mean you might not be funny. You might be funny when you're with your serious tone, like Ninja Brian. Ninja Brian has a very serious tone, but he's hilarious. Whoa! That was a close one. I'm gonna do 3 more. Would you rather lead a boring life from here forward, or reborn with all your memories into a baby of the opposite sex? Probably that one. Why would you want to lead a boring life? Like, that just sounds upsetting. And also, that means you get to live again, and you also, I mean, you get to carry with you the great memories. Yes, the people that you knew and loved are probably gone, which is terrible, but you get to meet new people and have a new experience, and you get to take with you your mistakes from the past to correct them in the future so you don't become a shittier person, and you also get to produce your knowledge in the future, and then also you're the opposite sex, so once you hit puberty, oh, you're gonna have a good time. You know where I'm going with this. Would you rather be Edward Cullen or Eric Northman? I don't know who others people are, so I'm just gonna... I clicked Edward Cullen. And would you rather eat nothing for 2 days or eat the same meal for a month? Well, I pretty much always do that anyway. So eat the same meal for a month, because I have terrible eating habits. So I'm gonna end this video here with one final one that I'm gonna let you guys... I want you guys to answer in the comments. Would you rather be the student who always sleeps in class or be the student who always talks in class? What if you were both? I was both! Oh dear. But which would you prefer to be? I think I know which one I'd prefer. But which one would you prefer? So leave a comment if you want to get involved in this. Leave a comment about all of the would you rathers in this, and we'll compare answers and explain yourself as well, because it'd be interesting to see why you think that. Like for the first one, like why would you rather be allergic to old people rather than babies? Tell me. I would love to know, because I can't see like the positive of that. Like, you've more likely got like grandparents than you do baby brothers or sisters running about, and people are going to be older than they are, like older for a long time than they are going to be babies, you know. Anyway, so this has been Would You Rather. If you want more of these, let me know. I thought I'd do this maybe as either a one-off or maybe as a few more in the future, just to see how it would go. I don't want to be coming off as just like taking Mark or Jack's idea and using it for myself. I thought to myself today that, hey, if I do this, then it's a good way to connect with you guys, and you guys can see inside my brain a little bit, and then by seeing inside my brain a little bit, we can connect better, and also it might be funny, and I think this went pretty well. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Would You Rather. If you want more, please let me know, and thank you so much, and I will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.